Hey guys, it's your boy Tacho here, and we're back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. And today we're finally gonna do it. We're gonna do the showcase of the full flying team with all the kid units that we got that are flying types. So we've got Kid Caeda, Kid Palla, and Kid Minerva. We're gonna be showcasing them all today. So since this is going to be a flyer ball setup, sort of, I've gone ahead and given gold flyers to these two, as well as Peony, who's going to be our support dancer on the team. She also has drive attack as the seal, so we can just support the team even more. And of course, Peony's weapon also provides an attack and speed up 3 drive buff to all allies that are in the same row or column as her. So she's an amazing choice for a dancer on a team like this, with all the drive buffs that she does. And that's of course going to benefit the Kid Palla a lot, because when you use Kid Palla, she wants to be on a team with at least 3 flying units, which we have already met that condition. And when she initiates combat on the foes, she gets the triangle attack effect. So if you got 2 flying allies within 2 spaces of her, she's just going to get quad attacks like nothing, and speed does not even matter. So these units are insanely ridiculous. Also, Kid Caeda, with her instant vantage effect on all the foes that she has type advantage on, which includes swords, lances, axes, colorless bows, and armor types. Caeda is insane, and Palla is equally just as insane. So this is one of the craziest teams I've ever showcased on one of these videos, and we're just gonna hop right in and completely dominate all the enemies regardless of color advantage or what they may have. We're just gonna body them all. So let's get started here. Alright, so first fight here. Oh man, this is beautiful. This is perfect. Okay, so he's got double legendary alms at +10. And look at the map we're fighting on. So normally this is a very difficult map for an arena team to deal with double legendary alms. He of course has so much damage reduction on his weapon, but none of that matters to Caeda. Look at that. Beautiful Caeda. Just getting the instant vantage effect on him and the one shot with her effective against colorless bows. Caeda is so good against the arena meta. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, we're going to pop the duo skill there on the Kiddo Est. So now all my units can move 3 spaces on this turn, which is of course absurd. You guys already know how powerful units like Tibarn and Nesala are due to the 3 range movement that they get. So when all of your flying units are moving 3 spaces a turn, it's pretty much a wrap. That's just GG. And look at this. We're able to actually get the 1-round KO on a freaking Surtur with a Lance unit. Like, come on, how is that not broken? Caeda, or Palla, is a Lance unit. She does get the instant quad. Surtur there, he did actually have Wary Fighter too, so we quadded him through Wary Fighter and got the KO. That's some craziness right there. Okay, here's a full dragon team. Now, normally, a lot of people have been saying if you want to beat Caeda, use dragon types, and that's true to an extent, like in the case of the red infantry Tiki and the flying Tiki that they have on this team, because Caeda's not going to get the instant vantage effect on them, nor does she have effective damage. But that's not a big deal. She's still super fast, and we're able to finish off that Tiki and get the vantage KO on the other Tiki there. And this is a perfect opportunity for us to pop the duo skill and just fly my Caeda right in front of that defense tile there. So normally I wouldn't have been able to reach that tile, but because of the duo skill we can do it. And we're going to go for the double attack on this Tiki here. Caeda's 42 speed with the super boon and speed is just completely outrageous, man. Having so much speed lets her get so many player phase KOs and ignore any possible double attacks the foes may be able to do. So Caeda is outrageously good. And here we go, another usually typical tough to beat team here for a normal arena setup. Like normally my arena team, it's just +10 Surtur, +10 legendary Tiki, and then either I alternate between Brave Ike and the Winter Jafar. But in this case, like, my team would struggle against this team here, but because we're using a good team with Caeda and Kid Palla, we can just wreck shop. That duo alm had repel, by the way, and we still got the one shot on him thanks to my lovely Caeda having that effective damage on axe types. That is so good against the repel and close call meta, by the way. Because all of these infantry units with tons of speed that have been running close call and repel have been so bananas to deal with, because they have all that damage reduction. But here comes the Kid Caeda with her ability to do super effective damage on basically most of the infantry meta. It's just so nuts, man. Caeda's so insanely good. I can't believe they gave her an instant vantage effect too. That's such a busted concept. With all that effective damage, like, they weren't even trying for balance when they made Caeda. And the same with Palla. I mean, we've been dominating people here with Palla too. Okay, so we're just gonna bait this guy's double units here. We're gonna bait his Caeda and his Cherche. And of course, I have the instant vantage effect, so we can do that without being low on HP. So crazy, man. I can't believe it. And look at this. We're actually going to get the one-shot on this Lance Hector here. So Brave Hector by no means is a not tanky Lance unit. He's got tons and tons of defense. But we're still able to one-shot him because we've got effective damage and we're running the Gold Flyer Ball here. It's so crazy. Like, all the ways that people have been telling you to counter the Kid Caeda, they work in most situations. Of course, this team is very stacked that I'm running here, and it's very stacked in Caeda's favor. But most of the ways that you've been told to deal with the Kid Caeda are ways that she has outs to. Like, for bulky Lance units, if you got a Gold Flyer setup, and you're just raising her attack to the maximum with all those spur skills, she's still going to be able to win against most of the defensive Lance units. So Caeda is insane. How many times am I going to say this in this video? Caeda is ridiculously powerful. And here, okay, what I want to do here is actually get the KO on the duo Alm with the Kid Palla. So we're going to... I'm not sure if we can do it just yet, so we're actually going to just go for Alm. We're just going to get the KO there with Caeda. I might have been able to do it with the Kid Palla, but I didn't want to waste too many unit actions and then end up in some trouble. And we're going to use the duo skill here for pretty much no reason. I didn't even need to, but I just did it anyway. And we're going to get all these units in 2 spaces of Kid Palla. And we're going to body this Ephraim on the defense tile here. Okay, we did a lot of fights here, by the way. I did way more than 7 fights. Normally I do 7 fights because that's the amount you would do in Arena Assault. But I was having so much fun using this team that I actually did 10 fights for this video. So bear with me if this one goes on for a bit longer than usual. But I was just enjoying myself way too much. You guys know I've been hoarding orbs for months and months. So I haven't even been doing summons. So this is really the first time in a while where I've had pretty much access to all the banner units that came out on the new banner. And I've been able to showcase them. Check it out. We're getting another 1-round KO on a Wary Fighter Surger with a freaking Lance unit, man. That's so stupid. What is color advantage anymore? The weapon triangle is a complete lie. And it looks like this one's going to be a Palla video, because we're just showing off Palla destroying everybody. And we just got to get everyone within 2 spaces, so she gets Gold Flyers, and there you go. I didn't even give Palla Gale Force yet. And, I mean, obviously she'll be better if she has it, because she can take multiple actions. But because her attack is so dang high, you're rarely even going to be able to build into Gale Force, because she's either going to get 1-hit or 2-hit KOs on the foes, regardless of color advantage or what they may have. So actually, building into Gale Force is not the easiest thing to do with Palla, which is crazy to think about. But I mean, that's not necessarily a bad problem to have. If I'm doing so much damage with my units that they can't even activate Gale Force, I think we're doing pretty good. So look at that, another one-shot, even though she had 4 incoming hits. And we're actually going to show off the Kid Minerva a bit in this one. So I really haven't showed off Kid Minerva too much today. But she is, of course, very good. Especially on a flyer ball setup like this. Her weapon has that -1 cooldown effect. and it gives her all stats +4 and inflicts the guard effect on the foes, assuming that the foes have full HP. So that makes her a great flying unit to use Gale Force. And she's also one of the few axe units that we've gotten that have a crazy attack and speed combo. Normally when they give us axe units for free, they just end up being bulky, like in the case of something like Har or Jerome. But nah, with Minerva, they decided to make her really offensive and really speedy, and I very much appreciate that. Because really, the only other free-to-play options we had for +10 Gale Force axes have been, what's-his-face? Linus and Raven. And they're kind of old at this point, so it is nice to have a new option. Look at us just powering through that Grima. A green unit with a freaking lance. Oh my god, these kid units are just so insane. Yeah, so I mean, I wonder what it's going to be like tomorrow when I do the showcase for the Kid Marth and the Kid Merrick. I'm wondering if they're going to be as busted as these flyers are. Alright, so here's a Wary Fighter, +10, Love Abounds Hector. Doesn't matter, we're still going to get the complete one-round KO on this guy. Another axe unit with Wary Fighter, with very good defense just being brought to his knees. Yo, color advantage does not matter at all to these kids. They just, if they're going to KO a unit, they're going to KO that unit. Doesn't even matter. Alright, here's an interesting team. The zipper map, of course, is very difficult to deal with. And this guy's team is pretty solid. He has the legendary Celica, and he's got the Sad Corrin, as people like to call her, the Fallen Corrin. That sprite is just so sad, man. I was actually feeling pretty bad for her when I saw that sprite, because she doesn't want to be evil. Corrin's a good girl. She wants to do the right thing. And knowing that she's going to be hurting all her friends is a bit of a shame for her. Okay, we can't actually finish off this Nyla without losing Palla, so we're going to just wait this turn out like this. And Minerva, I was worried that this Nyla would attack Minerva, but she ended up attacking Caeda. And luckily we were able to survive. So I actually didn't play too well in this particular fight. I made a couple of goof-ups, and it could have costed us, but this team is just so freaking powerful that I can play as badly and as terrible as I want, and the team is just going to carry me through all of my terrible plays. So that is a sign that your team is completely busted, when you don't even have to think anymore, and you're just winning all the fights like nothing. Okay, this guy here, Kaze fan. He is, of course, a Kaze fan, because he's got the +10 Midori and the +10 Kaze. He's also got Shigure. Now, I haven't played Fates, so I'm not sure if Shigure has any relation to Kaze at all. So, if you guys have played Fates in the chat, let me know about that. Because this guy does seem to be using a full Kaze team. Well, with the exception of Legendary Tiki for scoring, that is. Okay, we get the easy KO on Midori there. Not a big deal. And, you know, I kind of feel like I want to get some Minerva KOs in this fight, because we've been showcasing her less than all the other flying units. But, I mean, this is, of course, a pre-recorded run, so I went for the KO with Caeda instead. It is a lot easier for me to record the audio after I record the runs, because I don't have to think as much. And you guys, if you come to the live streams, you already know that I'm not the best when it comes to playing on camera, because this is a game that requires a lot of thinking, at least when you're not using a broken team like what I showcased today. So yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap us up for the run today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and enjoyed watching the destructive glory that is what I call the Wings of No Mercy team, because they're just all flying units, and they will show you absolutely no mercy. So that's going to wrap us up for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the showcase, and come back again tomorrow. We will either be doing a showcase for the young Merrick or the young Marth, who I have at +10, and it should be some good times. So stick around till then, and I'll catch you guys again in the next one.